Hi Flosstube, it's Nerissa from Nerissa's Stitching Lifestyle. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to watch my latest update. It is video number 11 and today happens to be September the 11th of 2023. It's been a little while. It was a wee bit longer than what I planned, but that's just things get in the road and don't have time to do this. Haven't had a lot of time to watch Flosstube either. But hopefully maybe this afternoon, we'll see, might get a couple hours in. So I have still been doing my stash sampler starts, which was 8 starts through August and September. All samplers, all reproductions apart from one. The rest of them are reproductions. And it all ties in nicely with Sampler September and Sampler September Soiree. I think I've got that around the right way. Yeah, so let's just get into it, shall we? Okay, so since I last seen you, and I have my diary, which blank page because we're into this week. Since I last filmed, I have had 4 new starts, one for each week, and the first one, oh sorry, put that a wee bit too far away, I think. I'll just grab the other one as well. Okay, so my first new start, out of the plastic, sorry for the rattle, was I Had a Father Kind and True from Cross Stitch Antiques. I've wanted to start this since I got it. I did start it. I like literally put in maybe 100 stitches, and I was doing it with GMC, and I said no, I wanted the silks, so I bought the silks, and I restarted her. Now I actually started down the bottom. It's just gorgeous. She is being stitched on. This little tag tells me 46 count hog bristle from Fox and Rabbit using 103 silks. And this is pull apart. This is this bottom corner here. So I started in the corner, went up a little wee bit, then went along. This big frame here is the start of this little box. Then counted along, because I really wanted to get to that tree. We made pretty good progress. I've only worked on it for a few evenings, I think about 3 evenings on that week. Yeah. She's going to be beautiful. Beautiful and big. That's actually a quarter of the fabric. I don't think it's going to be quite as much as that, but I haven't cut it, so I wanted to make sure we definitely had enough. Did not want to get part way across and not have enough room. So that was, for me, start number, where's my little board here? Start number 3 of my 8. So then start number 4, just going to drop them on the floor as we go. Okay. If you hear rattling, just like that, and bells, I have a cat, Kitty, who has currently found 3 of her little balls. I thought I'd put them safely away, but we've obviously found some more hiding somewhere, and she's now racing around the lounge. Right, so Teresa Kogut, Let Love Rain. Bought this as a when she had it as Patreon. I'm currently a level 4 and I love this one. I want to stitch the whole thing, and then I want to make this just separate into a drum. I think it's gorgeous. So using the called for DMC colours. I think there's going to be more in there, but there's not. It's quite amazing. The greens and the blues are awesome. I love all the neutrals. when you put them together. Didn't get very far on this one. It was a very, very busy week at work. So I basically have just come along across the top. That's left hand corner, through the middle, and just to the edge. So I know how wide it's going to be now. She is being stitched on Russian Caramel 46 count from number 12 stitch code. But gorgeous. Gorgeous. Bit of a, yeah, small start compared to some of my others, but that's okay. A start's a start. Alright, so that was start number 4. Start number 5 was another one that I've been waiting patiently for a long time to start. And watching everyone else on Instagram and FlossTube all stitching this so far this year, it's like, no, just have to get it started. I couldn't put it off any longer. So Elizabeth Furnace, 1836, reproduced by Hands Across the Sea Samplers. Love it. Just love the vibrant colours. So I am stitching mine using DMC conversions. All the lovely vibrant colours. And she's being stitched on 40 count linen that I dyed myself. And this is where I've got to. So I've started up here and I've come across. I've put the little, just so you know, when you get a bit later on, you know which way's up. Done the little part in the middle here, apart from, I don't think I've put, oh here, age on it. I've just put the name on it. And then I've come across and then all the way down, so this is the bottom. And then I decided to start going back up to fill in all the greenery, which I'll go along, and then I'll come back down this side and do the same thing, fill in all the greenery, and then I will really want to start that grass with all the animals, because I think if I get all this done and then like come up and do the trees, then work on the big house. When you look at it, take that out, there's not a lot left after that. So why not work on the big stuff, the big bottom half first, and then we'll work our way up. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the exact verse that's in here. Just haven't really made up my mind on that. But we'll see. I think that's why I want to start at the bottom. Give me time to think about it. But absolutely loving working on Elizabeth. I really cannot wait to get back to her. Nice either rhythm, great even counting, awesome. So that was my 3rd start for the month, but it is start number 5 in my stash sampler starts. Just pop that one away. Okay. So, oops. In between, I've been doing other Christmas ornaments and finishing some little small stitching and prep for that, but I'll show you those after all the samplers. So then my next start was start number 6, and that is another one that as soon as it came out at market last year, I had to have it, kitted it, and then it sat there. So she was definitely on the list to start. And that is GH 1857. I was going to say 27 then. 57. She's beautiful. Now, stitching her with Weeks Dye Works. Now, a lot of people say that they about how, you know, like you put your hoop through here and then it's quite hard to get your thread out, and it is. But what I've found I've been doing is punching a hole in the side of the card so they all sit to the side, but that way then I'm not interfering with any of this, and I can see the name of it easily. when I'm looking through the colours, but I find that that's really handy to do. And these beautiful greens and the tan and the different blues are just stunning. There's another couple there as well, a couple of darker ones. So I started this one as well, and this one I couldn't put down. I did do 4 nights on this one. I didn't plan it, but it happened. Right, so she's been stitched on a number 12 Stitch Co Russian Caramel. This time it's 40 count. So we started up in the left hand corner. The fabric currently is folded in half, and I've come all the way down, and you can see the lovely blues coming through. There's also this one here which I'm still not 100% sure about. It's the straw, and I just, like, to the naked eye you can kind of see it, on film. Just not 100% sure yet on whether I want to make that a little bit darker. So I've come along. Here's the bottom. Yay. Let me see if I can find. And then I started the vase because I really wanted to put some of the different blue in. So look, sorry, just flipping through to see if I can find a better picture of the whole thing. No, it's kind of hard to see, but on here, like, that's the same color in the house there as what is along in the light one here, which is the one that I'm not 100% sure yet on whether it's too light for my fabric. I've got to just play around a bit more, I think. But here's the vase that I started stitching. It's gorgeous. But yeah, it doesn't really give you a big full picture. The front one, that's that vase in the corner. Yeah, I need to make my mind up before I get to the house on which way it's going to go. But yes, loving how that has turned out and stitching up beautifully on the 40 count. But yeah, I might just need to darken it. I have left my needle in there because I really do want to get back. Still got more starts to do, but I really want to get back to this one. Okay, so that was start number 6. And it is by, I didn't say who the pattern was by. Simone Dijon, is it Van Wissen? I think. But she's brought out a few others that I've bought. There's another one with the bluey colours in it that I really want to start to. But not till next year. Let's get some of these done, eh? Okay, so that was my 4 starts that I got done. On, just trying to think, on the Monday, first Monday of every month, we normally have a Zoom get together with some lovely ladies from New Zealand that are stitching the Uffendale sisters. Talked about this every month, but fortunately quite a few were away this month, so we didn't actually have our Zoom meeting. But I thought, oh, I need to stitch on her. So I still, on that Monday after work, pulled her out and gave her a couple hours of stitching. So that was my goal, every month, a couple hours, only a couple hours on her. So Anna's done, and up on the wall over here behind us. And Isabella is the one I'm currently working on. And I'm up, I should get my sides right, up in this corner up here. Now, she is being stitched on 36 count, and that is because I stitched Anne on 36 count, and I wanted them, I dyed the 2 pieces of fabric, and I wanted them to still be on the same fabric, same colour fabric. So here we are. So this is the centre top, and I've done the framework for the bird to sit on. I've done the bird, this flower, this flower, and this flower, and filled in these other flowers around here, and I think the centre of these 2 because I hadn't finished them last time. So that's pretty much, apart from one here and where it goes here where my finger is the page break. So I've pretty much got that apart from the big top of the tree and a big bird. I think it is tree and a couple of birds, which I really need to start from down here, just to make sure everything lines up. But oh, the colours of Isabella are beautiful. She's coming together really nicely, and I'm quite comfy just working on her one evening a month. So she is, like Anne, being stitched using the DMC threads. Gosh, they're a little bit matted, aren't they? I need to make one of those sleeve ones where, you know, you slide them in and it keeps them all protected. Don't have time, but yes, I do need to make one of those. Okay, so that, oh sorry, Isabella got 1 day of stitching. Sorry, croaky voice today. So yeah, happy to still just keep potting along with her. All right, so then after that, or in between all of those samplers, at work, I work for a in New Zealand, in Australia, Singapore and Malaysia. There's a company called Spotlight, and it's a retail store. We have craft, we have fabrics for sewing, apparel fabrics, we have furnishings fabrics, we have home decor, Manchester, all those sorts of things. So sort of, I guess for American viewers, it's a bit like a Joann's, just on a slightly smaller version. But yes, we carry this same sort of ranges of stuff. And oh my gosh, over the last few weeks we've had most of our Christmas fabrics and Christmas ribbons and buttons and all that sort of Christmas related making stuff has arrived in store. So it's kind of got me motivated to want to do my Christmas stitching. And I'm like, but I want to finish my samplers. So I've kind of compromised in one evening or one afternoon or a morning, whichever way it works out. I've tried to do a little bit of Christmas stitching. So I have managed to work on, another one of my 12 Berries of Christmas from Erica Michaels, and I've stitched the first 6. They're all stitched, not put together yet, but all stitched. And I had started number 7, which was the swans, and she is now finished. She's beautiful. So 7 swans are sewing. Will be all turned into the little strawberries for on the tree. But that wasn't enough. So number 8, which is, what are we, 8? Maids of Milking. And it goes this way up. And I've started my little cow. She's gorgeous. So yeah, just going to slowly work on ornaments in between, because I do have some big finishing goals I do want to get to this year. But at the same time, I do have a lot of ornaments I want to stitch for the trees. I'm not quite at that stage of wanting to put my trees up, but ooh, we're getting close. I'm not allowed to. It's not my granddaughter's birthday yet. Once her birthday's been and gone, and I'm allowed to put my tree up, sweet. Okay, so another one that I've been currently working on, which actually wasn't on my Christmas list, but it has been in my bag of Christmas stuff, is from Stitching with the Housewives, Baking Spirits Bright. And I am doing it on the black. And it's standing out awesomely. So we've got the baking red done. I think I've got a little bit of red to put on that. The spirits. And then there's a little bit more underneath here where it says bright. Another gingerbread person. And a couple more little houses. So there'll be another little wee ornament for the tree. So yay. I also, yeah, I have so many I want to get done. But we'll be fine. Just a little progress. Okay, so other ones that I have stitched on are, I'll just pull it apart. I've got them all sort of set up. So I have started and finished 2 out of 4 of Teresa Koget's her star ornaments. So the first one I stitched and finished was December 25. Done with the Dempsey on 40 count. So I like to do my ornaments in all different sizes. So I have 18 counts, I have 20 count 8s, I've got 40 count, I've got 36, I've got, just trying to think, I think I've got a couple of 32s, but they're very small ornaments, so they don't take up as much space on the 32, but too small for a 40 count. So the second one I stitched and finished is another one from Teresa Koget, and it is Jolly Truck Star Ornament. Cute, done on the same fabric as the other one. So 40 count, another little star. Both cute. So they're done and finished. They'll go into the bucket of ornaments that need to be finished completely. So then there is 5 in the series, I believe. One I haven't got, I have to work out which one it's the Jesus is the Reason, I think, is the one I haven't got. But I need to get my local LNS to order that for me. So Teresa Koget, another one that I'm going to start, and I am going to stitch these on 20 count Black Ada, is Rudy Star Ornament with a little wee reindeer. It's so cute. So cute. And of course, Jingle Bells. We have to have the Jingle Bells. So here's my Ada, ready to go. Big fabric, red cotton just sitting at the top there. But yes, can't wait to get started on those too. But they're just those, you know how some mornings, some nights, you just don't want to pull out your big one, you're a bit tired, and yeah, just want to do a little bit more little hand stitching. So yeah. So another thing I did work on and have now, sorry, ball flying past my feet, finished is, sorry, disorganized this morning, is the Blue Work Pears. Excuse me, kitty. Thank you. Now, the red ones I stitched on 36 count. The Blue Work ones I've done on 40 count. And then the new ones I have ordered, the patterns, and I'm going to actually do them on 46 because I want all 3 of them in different sizes. So there's one. Just gorgeous. 2. Okay. And number 3. So yay. So they were stitched on 40 count, and I used Deep Sea from Weeks Dye Works. Doesn't want to focus. To stitch those. Fun little wee stitch. Didn't take long. But it's nice to have a break from the samplers. So I'll sit that there. Okay. So that's, oh no, one more. Okay, so part of my stash sampler stitching, oh my gosh, stash sampler stitching was not just new starts. I have a list of my board with my whips that are currently on there that I'm working on, and I have in that, I have 6 that I want to finish before the end of the year, big goals. But I have been working on one in particular. So there is, oh my goodness, hold on, hold that thought just for a second. Kitty, have you run away with Mum's piece of paper? I would say so. Rightio. So, one I have been working on there is the rose wreath sampler. Kitty. Oh, she's being a little girl. Little rat bag girl. See my few plants in it from this morning. Okay, so I've got quite a bit done. So I finished up all of this side of the border now. All of the leaves all have flowers, all have their pink centers and their blue edges. Okay, I came down here and folded my crown because I missed that. So she's now all folded in. This was already done. I then came across and I had started this vase and flower stem, so I did this crown as well while I was at it, and have finished off the carnation, I think they're called, and coloured all of this in, so done. And then I couldn't resist. Oh, I was going to leave the peacock till last, but just couldn't. So that's what I've worked on this last week, is the peacock. He's gorgeous. Right, so we still have a wee bit to go. Now I have put the young lady that stitched it originally. It does have a lot more detail about her in here, like, you know, her age and where she stitched it, but I've done her name the year that she stitched it. I'm going to put my name in the year that I finish it. Okay, so it's still representing her, but it also shows that it was me. So left to finish, there is a big bunch of white roses in here, another little wee one here, and then I've still got to do like the center of the flowers coming up the border, and then these ones that aren't finished along here, they all have this white, sort of pale blue outer leaves, and that goes all the way down here. So I've left them to all group together. So once I've done this part here, I'm going to leave till last. Okay, so this morning I started this last line of 1/1 stitching, and I want to get that finished today. That's my goal for today, is to finish that, because 1/1 does take a little bit longer. Then at the top half we still need to colour in this bird. I need to finish a little bit on the pears. There's some off-centered stitches that need to be done in there. And then down this side is mirror image of this. So there's this tree, the big, what would you call her? She's a big butterfly, bug kind of thing, butterfly. And then the red on these guys here. And I think I've just got a few random little holes in the grass that were different colours that I just need to fill in. Goal, finish by end of month. Which, I mean, it's, what are we today? The 11th. So I've still got a couple of weeks. Should be able to. That's the goal anyway. And if not finished, then as close as I can get it. I really would like, she's such a big girl to get her in the whole picture. Really would like to get her completely finished and framed in on the wall. So I can't wait. So that's my current impulsive, if you like. I have to work on her all the time. She's just calling my name, and I'm probably calling hers too. Right, so that's that one. My next two starts to finish out the 8 for September. Seb, are you ready? Tuesday. You know what I'm talking about there. Right, so this one has been on my wish list for a long time. I finally managed to get a chart. Find one at a reasonable price. Oh, they were dear. Exemplars from the heart and they sinned. I've wanted to stitch this ever since I can remember seeing it. For ages you couldn't get the patterns. There's a few places now that have them, and I just can't wait to get started. So she is my start for tomorrow. She's gorgeous. All the called for specialty threads or cotton threads. So what have we got? Sampler threads. So all the lovely colours. Now I still have to make a decision before I put a stitch in, but I think my first choice was the baked clay, but on 36 count, which means it's going to be slightly bigger than the recommendation. The slot where I want it to go is along here above my TV, but I'm thinking I might go 40 count whole bristle. So all the colours seem to look like they'll stand out. The ones that are real pale, I've had a look at the pattern, and most of them are hidden in between the darker colours. So I think we're going to be fine for the colour choices. But oh my gosh, there's so many beautiful colours in this. So my second decision, I think I've really made my mind up. So we're just going to put fabric over there. We're not going to put it back in the bag. Is, okay, everybody starts up here. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to start down here and get the heavy stuff and work my way back up? Or or border, then into the heavy stuff, then fill in. Could do that. Don't know. I've got 24 hours to make my mind up. But yes, that is sampler start number 7. And that will be tomorrow. So Zeb, yes, time to get ready. Let's go. Okay. And because she's such a big pattern, I made this project bag a very long time ago, and it used to fit in one of my Heaven and Earth designs. Oh, upside down. Big boxes. Big boxes with all the threads. And it's just been sitting because I haven't used it for such a long time. So perfect. Perfect for that. I love it. It's just the old French chairs. But yeah, really big size bag. Awesome. Okay, so then start number 8 for the following week is, right, sorry for the rattle. Oh, I have to get these ready. Elizabeth Harding, 1791, another reproduction sampler from Hands Across the Sea. As you can tell, I do have a wee bit of an obsession with Hands Across the Sea. I love them. I think Nicola and her team picked some amazing samplers to reproduce. Can't wait to get to this big red house. Oh, and these little wee cool little flowers and these beautiful roses. All this red border, internal border here, is an eyelet stitch. Sorry, just a wee bit hard to read without my glasses, but with my glasses you get all the light reflecting on them. But yes. So she's been stitched. DMCs need to bobbinate, not bobbinate, I need to put them on floss drops. I have to do that this afternoon when I'm watching, hopefully, a floss strip. Okay, so I've made my decision on my fabric, and my fabric is Antiquity. I think I pronounced that right. 40 count, and it is from number 12 Stitch Co. So this is quite a pale. It's probably about the best representation. Just quite a pale fabric. If I pull out some of the colours are going to stand out on this. Absolutely gorgeous. No problems. So yes, this fabric, this pattern, beautiful. So that will be start number 8, which will be the following Tuesday. Now that will give me a week, you know, to to do a few evenings on that as well. And then that really leaves me about 5 days at the end of the month. Now I have hummed and hard about starting a 9th one, but I want to actually get my whips, sounds great doesn't it, my whips down, even though I've just started another 8 new ones. What is wrong with me? So I thought no more starting anymore. The only things I will start at any time this year will actually be Christmas ornaments. Everything else, I'm not starting anything else new. I'm just going to keep working on my newer starts and my whips and anything else that takes my fancy that I've already started. But I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goals to finish this year. If I don't get them finished, I'm not stressed, but ideally as close as we can get. So goal number 1 to be finished, the Rosary Sampler. Target, end of the month. Nice and easy. Okay, let's put these kind of in the order I want to work on them. So that's later on, that one's later on. Right, so goal number 3 of another sorry for having my back to you, another really big sampler that I would like to have finished. I may be dreaming on that one. It is a lot of work and it is a lot of little stitches. Right, so we are talking about, I'm going to need a board. Sarah Brazier, 1829. Queen of the May from 2018. Now I have all the Queen of the Mays and I really do want to stitch them and get them some more of them started next year's goal. But before I do that, I need to really get this big girl done. She has been stitched on 56 count using DMC thread. So we're not, I mean, it looks like such a lot done. There's still a lot to go. A lot to go. She's still a big girl. I still haven't even brought the border around along down the bottom there. So across the top, and this row here, and this row here. So the outer border and the inner border are all done with satin stitches. So I've just done odd spots. I was sort of going to randomly use up colours and stuff like that, but haven't got back to that. So the top 2/3, I guess, is the main part of the picture. So where the deer is and coming up. Ideally, no, I really do just want it finished. She's been a long time being worked on. I know she takes a little bit because she's 56, so I do need to concentrate. But there is a lot of actual like open space in between things. So I just really do need to get on with her. This bridge thing in the middle here between the 2 flowers, that there is all satin stitch as well, so I'm leaving that. Maybe while I'm on the 1/1 kick for the wording, I could probably flip it and do this one. So we've got a vase to go there and we've done that one. So there's only a little bit, pretty much, not quite mirror image, but very similar to what's on this side, and that top part. And then down the bottom, started with the in here and here. So there's a little bit. So maybe I could concentrate on this, get these 2 done, and then that's only a bit of filling in as well. And then to bring the border back around and that. So there's still a lot of stitching to do on this one, but I think it's going to come out for the first 7 days of the month. Hands Across the Sea sampler stitching. That's on Instagram, so I think that's what the goal will be for that one. So these are all the beautiful golden coloured tones. Love the pinks, the little pale minty blue greens, just gorgeous colours. So yeah, so Sarah Brazier goal to finish. Whether it gets done, who knows, but She's on my list of whips that I would like to see finished at the end of the year. I know that one is definitely a really big ask. There's a couple of really big asks in this, but depends on how much that Christmas stitching pulls me away. Okay, so that's number 2, aim for finish. Number 3, aim for finish, which may end up being snuck in there before the others, is, I have been stitching this for what's the picture got? Such a long time that, seriously, why is it not done? The Brick House Sampler. Now, I have done it on, excuse me, itchy nose, the 28 count 1/1. So she's small. I think it would have actually been easier to have stitched it on the 56. Just because when you're trying to do the 28 1/1, it likes to swallow up your thread if you're not concentrating and you're not going the right way behind the scenes, if you like. But yeah, not too bad. I mean, most of the house is done. We've just got a story to come up here, the roof, and then pretty much what's on this side is going to go on this side. And then it's just the flowers along the border. So maybe I should pull this one out. Oh, and work it on one of my weekend whip things. Might be a good idea. So that is aim for finish number 3. Doesn't mean these are all going to be finished in those orders. You never know. Might just get rid of the smaller ones first. Okay, so another big one that well, middle size. I'm going to call it middle size because for me it is only a middle size that I want to do. I have finished the Be Kind to One Another. Is in all things be exceedingly diligent. So gorgeous. It's another one. Why is it not finished yet? Because so many new shiny things. Right, so 40 count on a piece of fabric that I dyed myself. Oops, we will fold it in half. This is where I'm at. Like, seriously, hardly anything. But here's another one that I should just pull out and get done. Really would like her off my list for next year. Only because I want to be able to put more on there. But yes, lovely, beautiful colours. Goal, at least to get some work on it. Hopefully finished. If not, this might actually be my January. Let's bowl it out. So the next one, which will definitely be done by Christmas, because there's no way I'm carrying this one over another year. Kringles, Little House Needleworks. Now, we are pretty good on this one. There's not a lot left to do. So I'm currently just filling it in around this window, and I think it's this one I've got left to do. So just the white on the inside. But we are almost there. I think this one's finished and this one's finished. This one, I mean, he needs a head. And a couple more bits to go in here. This one is pretty much done, I think, apart from maybe a couple of little bits and pieces. The other side of this, 2 full rooms. A little bit, about 3/4 of that still to go. I mean, seriously, they won't take long. And I think above the, sorry, I ran out of, can't find all my boards. I think my granddaughter's used a lot for drawing on. And in here, there's a little bit more to do as well. So all the bottom step and all of that, that's all done. So not too bad. I just need to pull it out. Maybe I need a weekend of watching Christmas movies coming up, hey? But goal, definitely finished by the end of the year. Okay, so then my last and final huge big one that needs to be finished because, oh my gosh, I can't even think when I started it. Probably got it written down somewhere on here, maybe, can't think. Andale Shakespeare's Peddler, big and beautiful, and she is big, and she is beautiful. So I've done a lot, but I've still got a lot to go. So top. So we've still got a little bit to go on the easy fill, you know, along the border part there. Second row. All done apart from the 101 wedding. Surprise, surprise. Third row, started in on the next group of trees. Fourth row, not started. Final section. I would say 2/3 done. Still got a bit to fill in here, but a lot of repeat from over this side goes on this side. But oh my gosh, she is, see, you can't even get her in the camera. She's big, she's beautiful. So Andale is definitely another one that I would like to see some massive progress on. Goal would definitely be to finish, but realistic. If I can get 4 out of the 6 finished, I'll be happy. If that means concentrating on the smaller ones, then so be it. Now, anything else I can think of? No, I think that is it. Apart from, I do want to talk about, let me see. So I am starting to think about stitching for next year. I know it's only September, but for me at work, the next 3 months are pretty full on. So trying to think of what I want to stitch, prep for next year, finish up, can take a little bit. But I do know I have really missed. I love stitching my samplers, don't get me wrong, love stitching my samplers, but I think I do need to throw in at least 1 ornament a week or 1 ornament a fortnight, but at least once a week stitching on an ornament, whether it's a quick easy one that's, you know, only takes a couple of nights, or whether it's one that, you know, takes a week and a half to stitch. Some of those full coverage ones do. Yeah, I do feel I need to do a bit more of that because I've been a bit slack this year. So yeah, starting to think about plans, where I want to go with my sampler stitching for next year, what I want to accomplish next year, and where I want to go with my Christmas stitching. And I'm also thinking about separating my whips. So I have a lot of samplers, as you know. I have a lot of other whips that I've hardly touched this year, i.e., oh my gosh, well, I haven't touched my Heaven and Earth. I really wanted that finished this year, and seriously, there's still like 12 pages to go. There's no way. I do need to pull it out and at least give it a weekend love. For Dusty Rose, because I really still want to finish up on my wall. There's still a couple of Mirabilias that are in here that haven't been touched yet this year. A couple other ones, another Christmas one. But I think I'm going to have 3 lists. So I'm looking at like an ornament list. Oops, sorry. Because there's quite a piece of hair, it's just annoying me. An ornament list. I've got a lot of series of ornaments that I want to get started, and I think I'll just bag them up and just get started on them, and that way I can just work through them throughout the year. I've still got a lot of prairie schoolers I want to stitch. Not so much the yearly ones, because I've got those 2 that will be finished this year. They are on the goal. They get, maybe if I'm lucky, a 3 today when I'm in the car waiting at work. But yeah, there's a lot of those I want to get stitched. I've got all my samplers I want to work on, and then I've got those other projects that I've started, I still love, and I want to complete. And I think I'm going to try and bring those in, at least one of those every month. They're going to get a few days love, even if it's only 1 weekend of the month. So I'm going to do a bit more of probably a stricter routine next year. Don't really like telling myself too much what to do. I like to have a wee bit of freedom on there. but we'll see. If it means I can get the older whips done and gone, the ones that I love, but I'm not, I can say I'm not in love with them. They're just not my passion at the moment. My passion, I guess, is samplers at the moment, and of course always Christmas stitching. But yeah, I think that's what I want to do. So anyone else out there starting to think about what they want to do for their goals for next year? I mean, I have 2 retreats next year, hopefully a 3rd, fingers crossed. But yeah, 2 retreats next year that, you know, just exchanges and gifts and stuff. You've got to squeeze all that stitching in there. It's just, it is full on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's where I want to go with my stitching anyway. So I haven't had a chance to watch a lot of floss tubers. There's a few that have shouted me out, and I have you in my watch list to watch later, which hopefully it will be this afternoon. So there was a new person that shouted me out, Whips and Kits. So I want to say thank you very much for mentioning. But yes, I will comment this afternoon or tomorrow, hopefully, if I get a few hours to watch. There's quite a few in my wish list at the moment to watch. But currently, these are probably my favourite 10, 12 that I just can't help but watch or add to my list as soon as they come in. Of course, Carol Saltbox Stitcher. Every time, gotta watch. Haven't had a chance with your newest one. We'll be watching this afternoon. You were actually next up on the list, so I thought I'd better film first. Nicola Parkman, I think I'm about 3 behind on hers from Hands Across the Sea. Need to get caught up with hers. Brenda and Laura, of course, from Brenda and the Serial Starter. Can't wait to see their update from the Hobby House retreat that was on this weekend. Sarah Stitchy Spot. Just love that Sarah has no problems with whatever number of whips that she has. I love that you have a basket. I don't have a laundry basket. I do have a big wooden crate. Everything goes in. We don't want to stitch on it, and it's coming up for floss tube. A newer one that I've watched is Stitching in Pajamas. I've watched her first one. I see she's put another one out, number 2. So that you're in my list as well to watch this coming days. Contented Needleworker Kim. She's another one that is in my list. I think I'm 2 behind for you at the moment, Kim. But just love that you don't worry about doing a whole sampler. If you want to do just part, you just go for it. And I think that is so amazing, so awesome. Daisy K's Primitives. Love her display styles. Love that she works on some bigger things, some littler things. Just, yeah. Have to watch yours. You're in my list as well. Kindred Stitcher, of course, with her wide variety of stitching. Absolutely amazing. But yes, one I've watched for a long time and really do enjoy your videos. 2 New Zealand ones I want to shout out is Creative Lee. And she does a lot of sampler stitching. She does a lot of variety of stitching. She's doing some Blackwood ones at the moment. But Lee is also doing the Stash Sampler Starts along with me. So please go check out her videos. Yeah, she's a very fast stitcher, which I love. But she also does a wide variety. Aussie in a Kiwi World. Judy, I did get to catch up with her Whip Parade, which was absolutely awesome to see what she's been working on and where she's at with them since her last one, which was what, 18 months ago, 18 months ago. So yeah, great to see what Jo's been up to. Yeah, Aussie in a Kiwi World. Go and check her out. 2 others that I'd like to give a shout out to is Made by Michelle McGrath. Oh my gosh. I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen your thing that says you've completed your ornament stitching for the year. I'm like, crikey, it's only September. How can you? Off. But yes, looking forward to watching that, Michelle, and seeing all these fabulous stitched ornaments that you've finished. So if you need Christmas inspiration, she's definitely a good one to watch. The last few have been great progress on a lot of ornaments. And Stitching Faye. I've got 2 lined up, one after the other. And they are your reproduction sampler charts. And looking at a lot of your posts that you do, it looks like we have quite a few in common. So yes, cannot wait to watch those 2. I feel it might be an afternoon after the gardening's been done, because I'm going to do that after this editing. I will then sit down, and I think I'm just going to press play on FlossTube. Okay, so that's it for me. I'm hoping to not be away for a whole month. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, because I'd like to do a round out at the end of September and show all my progress on all of my samplers that I started, and hopefully fingers crossed that finish. So thank you for anybody that's subscribed. Absolutely love it. Thank you. The beautiful comments that everyone keeps sending through. There have been a few questions, but I think I'll answer those in the next one, because I want to do a few snippet photos and bits and pieces to try and edit in for that, so that might just take a little bit longer, but I do try and answer them all on the YouTube comments as well, but I thought I might do some of them on here. So yes, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry about the cat noises and all the ums and ahs today, but yeah, thank you very much, and keep stitching one stitch at a time. We'll get these projects finished. See you, FlossTube. Thank you.